Introduce our speaker. John DiJulius comes to us as an incredible entrepreneur.
He is the authority on how personalized customer service becomes a competitive advantage and delivers for the bottom line.
He's a world-renowned author.
He's worked with companies including Lexus, Nordstrom, the Ritz-Carlton, Starbucks, and many more.
A whole different take on service. He's going to say some things about service that are different maybe than anything you've ever heard.
Any of you who've shopped at Nordstrom's or stayed at the Ritz know exactly what I'm talking about. Please welcome John DiJulius.
Just because you know someone's name or you recognize their face doesn't mean you've built a rapport. Here's how you prove you've built a rapport after having a conversation with someone. You have to know 2 or more things of their Ford. F-O-R-D. Family. Are they married? Do they have kids? How old are their kids? Occupation. What do they do for a living? Recreation. What's their hobbies? What do they do for fun? What do they do with their downtime? And dreams. What's their long-term goals? What's on their bucket list? If you know 2 or more facts of someone's Ford, you not only have a relationship, you own the relationship. Because to each of us, our Ford is the most important thing. It's our hot buttons. It's what we get excited about when we are asked about. It's what we're passionate about. And when you can use 4 techniques to keep the conversation on someone else, that's when the power really happens.
But what's world-class to one isn't world-class to all. I don't know about anybody here, but you wouldn't have wanted my world-class experience I was capable of delivering at 19, 21, or even 25. Frontline employees in all the industries traditionally don't make enough money that affords them the experiences of driving Mercedes-Benz, staying at 5-star resorts, flying first class, or getting $150 haircuts. Yet us as entrepreneurs, managers, leaders expect those employees to give that type of experience to those types of guests, clients, patients, tenants, whatever we may call them. It's not realistic. So how good your organization, your locations, your franchisee, your company's customer service comes down to one critical thing. And I cannot emphasize enough. It's the service aptitude of you and your organization. None of us are born with high service aptitude. None of us had it when we entered the work world. Service aptitude is a person's ability to recognize opportunities, to exceed customers' expectations, and these last 4 words are key. Regardless of the circumstances. Negative cues. We have signage. This is the worst. This is the worst everywhere. I mean, these are all real signs. I'm speaking in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm jogging in the morning, jogging by this high-end outside lifestyle mall with all the beautiful shops. This is a high-end wine bar. Beautiful wine bar. This is their door to get in. It has 14 no's on it. No athletic pants, shoes, shirts, no hats, no Bluetooth devices, no excessive jewelry, no baggy clothes, no t-shirts, no muscle shirts, no ripped, torn, or frayed clothing. What are they worried about? Take those all off and leave the last line on there. Business casual, business attire suggested. Bam, problem solved. That was 2 years ago. I went back literally last month, jogged by the same shopping center, and out of business, right? So look for negative cues. This is a doctor's office, reception. This is an actual picture. Windows closed at the receptionist. Please sign in and have a seat. This includes drop-offs. There's only 1 person working here. Please have patience. Do not stand in front or knock on the window. If no one is present, I'm either assisting another patient or handling specimens. Do we have negative cues? Don't punish 98% of the customers for what you're worried about 2% are doing. Can do. People say to me, it is impossible to expect our employees to bring their A game every day with all the stuff going on in their life. I don't agree. If they truly understand the part they play, they will understand that they're bringing, it's a burden that they have. Walt Disney World does it better than anyone. So I got to tour. I got to go underground. Magic Kingdom is a whole underground where customers punch in and punch out and take break. And I'm touring, and I see Snow White on a break smoking a cigarette. Like, holy cow. She's like, that idiot called me. I'm like, this is Snow White. few moments later, she goes back inside. She freshens herself up. She punches back in. She goes up these stairs, through these bushes, and she reappears on Magic Kingdom's ground. And 15 little 5, 6, and 7-year-olds come charging at her. And she turns back into this beautiful, angelic princess, posing for pictures, signing their pads. Downstairs in the back room on break in the parking lot, she was Susie Smith. That was about 21. They had a jerk for a boyfriend or a dwarf or whatever he was. My 6-year-old was there to see Snow White. It's exactly what she gave him. And that's what a strong service vision does. In 2010, I had one of the coolest jobs ever. I had worked with Starbucks before, but they called me up and said, we want you to help us create a new customer service vision. No one does that better than me. I was so excited until I asked the question, what is your current customer service vision? This is it. To inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, one neighborhood at a time. Damn, that's pretty good. I didn't tell them that. I said, that sucks. Like, you guys even making money over there? I'm like, so what don't you like about it? They said it's too big. Too big to get our employees' arm around it. They want it to be easy for all employees to understand, measurable, actionable, trainable. That isn't. You probably don't even remember it already. They loved it. It's Howard Schultz's words. So they moved it up to their purpose. That might happen over the result of 5 years, 200 times, that they'll inspire and nurture your human spirit. But that isn't actionable every day. So what we had to do, what we do with every company, is we wanted to take a look at a day in the life of a customer so we can empathize and be more compassionate. What's a day in the life of a Starbucks customer? Everyone here, right? From the moment you get up, it is crazy. It is a blur. Trying to get kids, off to school. And just the frantic rush there. Keeping up with our commitments and on time for everything. And the, traffic and the lovely world of road rage. Construction. So Starbucks can't change what's going to happen to you, but maybe they can change your mindset of how to handle it. So this is Starbucks service vision. It's so simple. First, they don't give you manuals. They give you the green apron. The green apron is very symbolic. Everyone has one. They hand you the green apron, and on it, they call it their customer service manual. So the next time you go to Starbucks, even here, and you see someone with a green apron, everyone has it on, ask them to turn over the top. Because it's not for you to see, it's for them to see. It's for them to put on and be reminded. And you'll get to see their service vision, which is, we create inspired moments in each customer's day. That's the what. How is the 4 pillars. Anticipate, connect, personalize, and own. Anticipate is pay attention to your speed of time. If you're in a suit, it's 6:10 a.m., and you won't look up from your smartphone, you got someplace to be, you don't want to chit-chat. Versus a soccer mom at 9:15 after she drops her kids off. Connect is if I know you, have your drink ready, say something by you, or if I don't know you, just make a comment about the blouse, the shirt, the glasses. Personalize. There is over 80,000 ways you can order your Starbucks. Personalize it for however you want it. Own is my favorite. If someone takes a sip and doesn't like it, is that not what you wanted? I'd be happy to make you another one. Or, you've been made to wait too long at a Starbucks. After that, you pay and they thank you for your patience. They give you this card that says your next drink is on them. I love that. Starbucks has recognized a reoccurring service defect that they can't eliminate. They can reduce, but they can't eliminate. They've empowered their frontline employees to make it right. I call it the burden of your brand. Would you ever expect to go to Disney, entering the turnstile and see a cast member chewing tobacco on break, spitting? No, you just know that wouldn't happen. Would you ever expect to be in Atlantis, a Four Seasons, or a Ritz-Carlton, and you go up and say to an employee with a name badge on and say, can you tell me where the Focus Brand conference is? And they say, I work in housekeeping, and they turn away. No, you know that wouldn't happen. That's what I want your companies to represent. They're called nevers and always. Only have a few. I'm going to show you, 15 or 20. I don't want you to have 15 or 20. I'm just going to show you different ones that companies have. But these are things that, if they present themselves, we would never be seen doing or always be seen doing. Never point. If you can, show them. That might be a little bit more difficult in your world. But that's an example. Pointing on the phone is saying, you can get that off our website. She's not in right now. You can call back. That's pointing. Why are you making me do the work? My favorite one, there is nothing in either of my two companies, John Robert Spire, the DiJulius Group, that our employees need permission to do. They can comp it. They could give you your next 5 visits, your next year free if they see it. There's only one thing, and to my knowledge, we've never given permission, and that's use the word no to a customer. You're not allowed. Now, it doesn't mean everything's a yes. Focus on what you can do. We play the no game where internally we try to get you to say no. I don't care if I walk up to you and say, can I have a Big Mac? You can't say no. While we don't serve Big Macs, what we do serve, and the way you tell me about what you do serve, I never want a Big Mac again. You just made it sound more attractive and more nutritious or whatever it may be. But no is not an option. Not a problem is the most overused street slang term in all our businesses. Replace it. Beat the greet. This used to say beat the customer. People took it the wrong way. I told my son this today on the elevator. Someone walked in and said hi to him before he said hi. I'm a little crazy, but I'm like, no one says hi to us before we say hi to them. Even when we walk down, beat the greet. You always say hi first. You always smile. Smile is part of the uniform. This is a big one. We send people home for being out of uniform. You don't seem happy. I am. You are? Yeah. Well, tell your face. Your face has no idea, right? You work in a cool industry. I love this one. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have the time. I love that. On the phone, face to face. I don't realize there's 16 people behind me. I don't realize that there's 6 cars behind me. I feel like your only customer. Give more. In every scenario. We live in such a cynical society today that the deal is, if you do A, B, and C, I'll do X, Y, and Z. But I don't trust that you're going to do A, B, and C, so I'm going to wait. If you do it, then I'll do mine. I tell people, I try to tell myself, I try to tell my kids, do X, Y, Z, throw in W. Don't keep score. Right? Just take care of people. The people you work for, the people you work with, the people you work on, your customers, your neighbors, whomever it may be. Don't remember the one time you get burned. Don't let it shadow your mindset. That means if you borrow someone's truck or van to move something, give them that vehicle with more gas, cleaner than how they gave it to you.